The Regal Pelargonium, a showstopper in my garden. The first time I saw a Regal Pelargonium in full bloom, I was captivated. Its massive, trumpet-shaped flowers boasted a richness of color that seemed to defy the delicate nature of the plant. Unlike the zonal geraniums I was familiar with, these regal beauties exuded an air of sophistication that I knew I had to bring into my own garden. What is a Regal Pelargonium? Regal Pelargoniums, Pelargonium grandiflorum, are a stunning variety of flowering plants belonging to the Geraniaceae family. Unlike their zonal cousins with the distinctive horseshoe markings on their leaves, Regal Pelargoniums boast deeply serrated, rounded, mid-green foliage that complements their magnificent blooms perfectly. These show-stopping flowers come in a dazzling array of colors, from deep purples and fiery reds to soft pinks and pristine whites. What truly sets them apart is their size. Unlike the smaller blooms of zonal geraniums, Regal Pelargoniums produce massive, trumpet-shaped flowers that can reach up to 3 inches in diameter. Beyond their visual appeal, Regal Pelargoniums possess a delightful, light fragrance that adds another layer of charm to their presence. They are prized for their long blooming season, gracing your garden with vibrant color from late spring all the way to the first frost. Where to buy Regal Pelargoniums? Finding Regal Pelargoniums can be a delightful treasure hunt. Local nurseries are a great place to start, especially those specializing in unusual or heirloom varieties. If you strike out locally, fret not. Many online retailers offer a wide selection of Regal Pelargoniums, allowing you to choose from a diverse range of colors and cultivars. How to care for Regal Pelargoniums? Regal Pelargoniums are relatively low-maintenance plants, but a few key things will ensure they thrive in your garden. Light. These sun-loving beauties require at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. When positioned correctly, they'll reward you with a prolific display of blooms. Soil. Well-draining soil is essential for Regal Pelargoniums. Amending your existing soil with perlite or sand will help prevent root rot, a common enemy of these plants. Watering. Water deeply when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Avoid soggy conditions, as this can lead to root rot. Feeding. During the growing season, a balanced fertilizer applied every 2 to 4 weeks will encourage continuous blooming. When to prune Regal Pelargoniums? Pruning is an important aspect of Regal Pelargonium care. It not only encourages bushier growth, but also promotes continuous flowering. Here are some key points to remember. Pinch regularly. Throughout the growing season, pinch off spent blooms and leggy stems just above a leaf node. This will encourage branching and prevent the plant from becoming leggy. Heavier pruning. In late winter or early spring, before new growth begins, you can give your Regal Pelargonium a more substantial prune. Cut back leggy stems by up to 1/3, encouraging a bushier and more compact plant. How to propagate Regal Pelargoniums? The beauty of Regal Pelargoniums is that they can be easily propagated from stem cuttings. Here's how. Take cuttings. In late summer or early fall, select healthy, non-flowering stems with at least 4 to 6 nodes. Prepare the cuttings. Cut just below a node at a 45-degree angle. Remove the lower leaves, leaving just a few nodes at the top. Potting. Dip the cut end of the stem in rooting hormone, optional, and plant it in a pot filled with well-draining potting mix. Water thoroughly and place the pot in a brightly lit location, but out of direct sunlight. Patience is key. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not soggy. Roots should develop within a few weeks. Once established, you can gradually acclimatize your new Regal Pelargonium to full sun and continue caring for it as you would a mature plant. How to overwinter Regal Pelargoniums? Regal Pelargoniums are not frost-tolerant. However, with a little care, you can overwinter them and enjoy their blooms again next season. Here's what to do. Bring them indoors. Before the first frost, bring your Regal Pelargoniums indoors to a sunny location. A south-facing window is ideal. Reduce watering. Water sparingly throughout the winter months, just enough to prevent the soil from drying out completely. Limited feeding. You can hold off on feeding entirely during this period. Aim for temperatures between 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 to 13 degrees Celsius, for optimal results. In late winter or early spring, you can prune your Regal Pelargoniums as described earlier. This will encourage new growth and prepare them for another season of vibrant blooms. Once the danger of frost has passed and nighttime temperatures consistently stay above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius, you can gradually harden off your Regal Pelargoniums and reintroduce them to the outdoors, ready to grace your garden with their spectacular presence once more.